Good evening, good evening. This is Marie Holiday, and I hope everybody had a fabulous day today. And before we get started, please hit that subscribe button and notification button so you can be notified of ongoing video uploads. And also share my channel with one person you know and get them to subscribe. This channel is nothing without its supporters and subscribers. And I really do want to thank everyone for blocking out time out of their busy life to view my videos and to support my channel. So with that being said, let's get down to today's lecture. The focus of this lecture is going to be the reason why texting is the death of communication. The reason why texting is the death of communication. I had someone send me a comment or requesting that I do a video upload on this topic, and I'm getting more and more requests from my supporters and my viewers and my subscribers. If you continue to send me your requests, if there's a particular topic you want me to talk about, and so let's get down to business. So I'm going to introduce 10 reasons. I'm going to introduce 10 reasons why texting is the death of communication, and I'm here to tell you. Number one, because text messaging cannot accurately convey tone. Everybody has their own unique voice tone. And for your close friends and family members, your child, your siblings, your mother, your father, by listening to their voice tone, you can determine if that person's happy, sad, or something's bothering them, or if they're withholding information, all in the voice tone. You cannot get that from a text message. You can even, if you know that person well, you can determine in their voice tone if they're telling the truth, if they're telling a lie, and I'm here to tell you. Number two reason why texting is the death of communication, because there's no emotion behind texting. There's no emotion behind texting. I'm here to tell you, when you're having a face-to-face conversation with someone, there's emotion behind that because of that presence. Number three reason why texting is the death of communication, that's you can't see a person's facial expression. Everybody have their own unique facial expressions based on what's going on in their life. Your facial expression is going to vary if you're tired, if you're happy, if you're worried, if you just won the lottery. Your facial expression can vary if you're telling the truth or the lie, and I'm here to tell you. So when you're texting, you have no way of determining that person who's sending you that text facial expression. And the emojis don't do it, I'm here to tell you. Another reason why texting is the death of communication, gestures. Everybody, just like a gesture. Some people, when they're talking, when they're speaking, they have a certain way. They move their head, they move their hands, they move their body. They may blink their eye, they may scratch their head or touch their ear. So gestures. There's no gestures in texting. Another reason, number five, why texting is the death of communication, body language. There's nonverbal body language that you can see in a person when you're talking to them face to face. And a lot of times when body language, a person that nonverbal, they may not even be aware that they're giving off certain nonverbal body language cues, and you can't see none of that via texting. Number six reason why texting is the death of communication, because you have no eye contact, one-on-one eye contact with that person who's sending you a text, versus if you're talking to them in person, you got that eye contact. Rather, the eye contact is direct, or rather, if they're not looking at you, or etc., you can determine that, because eye contact tells a lot about how a person communicates. Number seven reason why texting is the death of communication, because texting is not the same as oral speech. It is not the same as speaking, versus when somebody's sending you a text message, that is not speech. It's just what it is, a text message. Number eight reason why texting is the death of communication, because it's the obvious. It is not face-to-face conversation. Texting is not face-to-face conversation. When you have a face-to-face conversation with someone, they're in your presence. Texting, they can be 1,000 miles away, and I'm here to tell you. Number 9 reason why texting is the death of communication. It is likely that messages will be misinterpreted or misunderstood when you send in a text message. It is highly likely that that message could be misunderstood or misinterpreted by the reader, versus when you having a face-to-face conversation and a person verbalize something and you need a little clarity, they can explain it to you right then and there verbally. And the 10th reason why texting is the death of communication is because the real meaning of your message gets lost through social media. The real meaning of your message get lost through social media, and I'm here to tell you. And even a real phone conversation is the second best way to communicate, versus number 1 top reason is face to face, and number 2 top way to communicate is actually picking up the phone. Yeah, I still use a landline. Picking up the phone and calling that person, because you're speaking to them. They can hear your voice, they can hear your tone, and you can determine by a person's tone on whether or not they're happy, sad, or something on their mind, versus texting. Yep, I love my actual real telephone. You can have a landline set up in your home. I love it when I have visitors. They love just this phone, and you can call me. It rings like a phone. There's just something about that nostalgical old-fashioned phone. I love it. So those are the 10 reasons why texting is the death of communication, and I'm here to tell you. I mean, to me, my personal belief is texting is the lowest form of communication. So with that being said, do not forget to hit my subscribe button, to hit my notification button, subscribe and support my channel, share my channel, and be on the lookout for future uploads. I'm going to do a video upload on the reason to stay away from social media dating, aka online dating. Value yourself better than that. I'm gonna do an upcoming upload on how does texting affect communication. I'm gonna do a future upload on how does texting affect communication. So with that being said, Semper Fi, Semper Fidelis, and I will leave you now in the care of your own conscience. Have a great evening.